12 months ago, the Oilers stood on the brink. 3 games down, they clawed back only to fall short in Game 7. That loss, it still stings. Now they're back, battle-tested, and fueled by redemption. The Panthers, they're not just defending champions. They're chasing a dynasty status. A 3rd straight final, aiming for back-to-back cups. This isn't just a rematch. It's a reckoning. Canada's pride versus Florida's fire. Skill meets will. Legacy on the line. Game 1, the saga continues. 68 seconds into the first period, the Oilers overwhelm the Panthers in deep. They go low to high, and it's the German tactician Leon Draisaitl on the doorstep to get the series opener. Puck goes to the Oilers' corner. They can't figure out who's supposed to go, and now you've got Tkachuk alone. He finds a streaking Verhaeghe, and that's 1-1. Bennett, on his way to the net, gets tripped up by Brett Kulak, falls into Skinner, and he can't make the save. Knoblauch absolutely blows a challenge. He thinks it's goalie interference, but he forgets that it's his own guy that's responsible for the contact. Refs call it a good goal and send the Oilers to the PK. And it's right there on that PK where the Panthers take the lead for the first time. Nate Schmidt freezes everyone, finds a wide open Brad Marchand, and the Rat King has the power play goal. Simple miscommunication on the kill leaves a wide open seam, and now you're chasing the game. The Oilers get a little disconnected in the offensive zone. It allows a very quick breakout for the Panthers. Bennett loses his man in the neutral zone, and that is 3-1. The Oilers have to wake up here. 2 minutes later, Podkolzin drops and drives the D-man back, and Arvidsson blasts it through Bob. All right. That's more like it. Oilers now looking for the equalizer. McDavid, zone entry, finds Kapanen, who gives it right back to him. McDavid from behind the line flutters it out front, and Matthias Ekholm connects on the one-timer. Watch McDavid just get lost as both Panthers players gravitate towards Kapanen. Great pass by the Finn, and 97 sets up Ekholm perfectly. That's a tie game, and that calls for some OT. Kasperi Kapanen kicks off the action. He sees the space, splits the D, but rings it off the post. That was almost an absolute beauty from the Finn. He's having a great night. And it almost ends again here as Adam Henrique finds Trent Frederick far post, but Bob gets across in time. 2 minutes left in OT. The Panthers give up a golden opportunity to Evan Bouchard, and again, Bob makes the save. The Oilers keep the pressure on, and it leads to Nosek absolutely airmailing the puck out of play. You're gonna give the Oilers a power play in overtime? Bold strategy. Let's see how it plays out.
Back to Bouchard. Back to Nugent Hopkins. McDavid. It's gone.
I mean, what else did you expect? It's the McDry combo for the game winner. Quick little breakdown of what happened here. So right here on this frame, when these two killers recognize Perry might have bottled this puck, they both pounce on him. Perry recognizes this and sends it down low for Nugent Hopkins. He makes a quick play to drag his man towards him, and now 97 has the puck with this much space. Barkov's the only guy left. He fully commits to blocking the pass. It goes through him, and then it's the German tactician who beats Bob clean. This win was massive for the Oilers. It was the first time in 32 games a Maurice coach Panthers team lost the game after leading at the end of the first period in the playoffs. If the Oilers can plant that seed of doubt in the Panthers' mind, it's gonna be huge. But the Panthers have other plans. Game 2 here, Panthers on the power play. Schmidt finds Bennett wide open in the slot for the opener, but hang on, why exactly was Bennett that wide open? There it is. If you're not cheating, boys and girls, you are not trying. Nice calculated infraction from the Lorax there, and he gets away with it big time. The Oilers respond, and this one is one of those very rare times where a hit directly leads to a goal. Arvidsson finishes his check on Schmidt, forces the turnover. Bouchard quickly back to Arvidsson, across to Kane, who now has a lane because Schmidt is late recovering from the previous Arvidsson hit. It's a fantastic shot from Kane, but the play is made possible by the tenacity of Victor Arvidsson. Just a few short minutes later, the Oilers take the lead thanks to some impressive determination from Evan Bouchard. Can't get the first one through, but the second one is a missile. The guy is 1-on-4 and he simply does not care. You gotta be ripping your hair out if you're Maurice, and this ends up in a goal against. But no lead is safe in this first period. Tie game yet again. Kapanen can't control the puck. Schmidt takes it, walks him to the line, and this is where it all goes wrong for Kasperi Kapanen. Schmidt and Jones run a nice little scissor route here, and it completely boggles Kasperi Kapanen's mind. He's late on the switch, and Luosterainen finds Jones alone back door. Sam Bennett, for the 100th time in these playoffs, finds himself in some controversy. A little bit of an accidentally on purpose. He falls right onto Skinner's leg and gets booked for goalie interference. Skinner needed some time, but he would be okay to stay in the game. Nevertheless, Sam Bennett sends the Oilers to the power play. No, that's crazy. Show it again. Holy, in the Stanley Cup. Nah, one more time. My goodness. What do you even say anymore? Like, you all have eyes. I don't have to explain what we all just saw. I think we should all just sit here together and watch Connor McDavid use Barkov and Ekblad as pylons over and over and over again. Anyways, that right there is why you just simply cannot give the Oilers a power play. We don't really focus on this too much here, but do not be fooled. There were tons of chippy moments, hurt feelings, and bad blood that entire first period. This game pretty much had everything, and it was only the first 20 minutes. There was no way this game could live up to that first period, but it still had some good moments. Check out that save there from Bob on Bouchard. Absolute larceny. Speaking of Bouchard, he's been phenomenal in these playoffs, but come on, man. That's Matthew Tkachuk, and this is the Stanley Cup final. Move your guy. He doesn't, and that is 3-3. The Panthers send the Oilers to the power play, but this time it actually works out in their favor. The Oilers bobble it along the wall. The Rat scurries down the ice. Lundell finds him, and Marchand with the move. Shorthanded goal will take the lead and put the building into complete shock. Skip forward a period, and now here we are. Kitchen sink time. Oilers looking for an equalizer, but Bob has seen that play before and gets across. Unreal sauce there from Connor, but Leon can't find Twine. But they keep pushing. If you've been here long enough, you know we always say, put the puck on the net. Jake Wellman does just that. It hits off a body and just dies right there in the slot. Perry takes a whack at it, and Bob has no clue where the thing is until he realizes it's behind him. Scory Perry, with his 9th career Stanley Cup final goal, sends us off to OT. It's the Panthers with the first chance, and my goodness, what a chance it was. Mere inches away from this thing being over, but we continue. Here we go again. Quick up. Gives Reinhardt a breakaway. He's in alone, but he shoots the thing 10 feet wide. He must have been rattled, tired, or something, because my God, that wasn't even close. The Oilers get a chance of their own. Kane gets the puck, tries to drag it around Forsling, but the Swede swats it away. Tons of action, but no goals here in OT, so we do it again. Double OT, here we come. And it's the man who's been sniffing all night long. It's Brad Marchand. It alone doesn't get his shot off, but he slides it through Skinner anyways, and that is it. Or is it? Some controversy here, as it appears earlier in the play. The Panthers get away with having too many men on the ice. Now, the reason Oilers fans are so upset is because if Schmidt isn't there, Arvidsson has a lane to the net. Schmidt directly impacts this play, and he's not allowed to do so until Ekblad fully leaves the ice. Tough break for the Oilers, but I mean, you can't be giving up that many breakaways in the Stanley Cup final. The Panthers take Game 2, 5-4 in double overtime. And it only got worse here for the Edmonton Oilers as they get completely dismantled in Game 3, losing 6-1. The Panthers got under the Oilers' skin from the start of the game, and Edmonton never really got their composure back. Arvidsson just completely runs Bob, and check out that placement from Carter Verhaeghe. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. And then we see more from them as Barkov gets in on the forecheck, closes down Klingberg, and it's Reinhardt's turn to join the snipe show. Ping, bar and in, that's 3-1. And then Sam Bennett with a monster shift. Absolutely nails Podkolzin in the open ice, helps out along the wall, and gets sprung for a breakaway where he makes zero mistake. In the third, the Oilers get their pound of flesh, but it doesn't seem to bother the Panthers one bit. They welcome this type of game. they thrive in it. It was very evident that the Panthers had a plan to get under the Oilers' skin in this game, and before the first 20 was even done, they succeeded in their plan. The Edmonton Oilers look lost and rattled. They are going to need to get to their game quick to start next game, or they may be looking at another loss at the hands of the Rats of Florida. And so after taking 4 minor penalties in the first period of Game 3, Edmonton has taken 3 more here tonight in Game 4. 5-on-3 for the Panthers, and it takes them roughly 5 seconds to open up the scoring as Matthew Tkachuk picks his spot. The Oilers respond by taking yet another penalty, and the Panthers respond by scoring yet another power play goal. Same guy, too. 2-0 Panthers here, and they just keep on humming. Verhaeghe goes in on the forecheck, wins the puck, finds Lundell in front. That's a 3-0 lead to finish off a dominant first period. 3 goals on 18 shots. Not sure I completely blame Skinner here, but the team needs a spark, and the guy's undefeated in the playoffs. I don't hate it. The Oilers get a power play of their own, and from that, they get a goal of their own. Draisaitl finds Nuge in the slot, and he roofs it. Changes the angle just enough to fool Bob, and now we've got a game. Darnell Nurse continues the trend of going upstairs with an absolute beauty here. Ekholm finds him down low, and Nurse goes up top. 3-2 now. A few moments later, almost 3-3, but Bobrovsky gets down and makes a save. Thank God for that, or Ekblad would have been put on the highlight reel yet again. But don't worry, the Oilers do eventually tie it up here. Nurse does a great job getting around the net and putting the puck right in front of the crease. Both Jones and Mikkola can't contain Podkolzin. He pounces on it, and we're all tied up. It's just funny to watch how long that thing just sits there. Just before the end of the period, Verhaeghe finds Tkachuk cross ice, but Nuge and Ekholm combine like a Mighty Morphing Power Ranger and keep the thing out. 3 unanswered goals from the Oilers in the second, and we've got a brand new game here. 14 minutes into the third period, the Oilers in on the forecheck. Panthers can't break out cleanly, and the puck falls to Kapanen. He freezes Bobrovsky, slides it to Wallman, and what a shot! Jake Wallman wires a beauty through Bobrovsky to take the lead here in Sunrise. 30 seconds left in the game. Bennett with the puck finds Reinhart backdoor. He passes it off. Tkachuk can't control it, and Reinhart eventually just goes, all right, fine, and whacks the thing into the net. Oilers just needed a little more composure there, but here we are, off to OT. Some entertaining action here, as always, end-to-end. Both teams with some serious chances to end this one, but only one team actually managed to do that. And it's just smart, determined hockey from Leon Draisaitl. He one-hands the thing towards the net. It hits off Mikkola's skate, goes through a sliding Bobrovsky, and that is the game winner. The Oilers find their footing here in Game 4. They even up this series at 2, heading back to Edmonton. Ladies and gents, that's all we've got for this week's episode, but come back again next week for the final episode where we find out how the Canada Cup watch ends.